Hello, Americans, and other friends and subscribers around the world. Back again, man. So we thought we'd, well, actually, the plan was to do a video outside. Dude, it is not as cold as it was in the east. I think that's all over now, man. People are sitting telling me temperatures. It was, Bob was 74 degrees or something. Yeah. But it's cold out there, man, and the wind is kicked up. The sun wasn't supposed to pop out till this afternoon right before the sun went down, but it actually popped out, so man, we're hoping and praying that it warms up a little and then clouds up and doesn't get as cold, because it's actually supposed to be, tonight's supposed to be the coldest we've had yet this year. Yeah. And the next 2 weeks are supposed to be pretty dang cold. So, anyway, so I was going to do a video out there, you know, because I like to break it up a little bit, you know, and have one that we're sitting in here and one we're out there. But this morning, man, I go out and I work on, well, right now I'm actually trying to, it's so froze going out to the smithy shop and out there to the sanders and stuff to finish up on these knives that, man, I've got to get these things done. They're driving me batty. But, it's so treacherous because of the snow now, man. It's like, it's like walking across Antarctica. Yeah. So I've been out there ice melting and stuff and messing with the tarps to make a wind block and everything because it is cold. So I go out there, work for a little while, come in here, man, list for a little while, go out there, work for a little while. So anyways, that's why we're in here. So we thought we'd sit down and talk about our plans for spring and into summer, our travel plans. We've had a good handful, probably, man, a half dozen folks, Bob included too, talking about coming up to Idaho and, you know, and coming to see us and stuff. And the first thing we want to say, man, is please, please, please do not plan, you know, if you're coming to Idaho, awesome, man, and stuff, but please don't plan your trip just to come up and see us or meet us, because, man, I do not know if we will, you know, be here. So we may, and if you got your travel plans and you're coming up to the Pacific Northwest, you know, anyway, and, you know, hoping to catch up with us, there's a good chance that we can't meet up with you, you know, in our county or right here in our area, but there's a darn good chance that we can hook up with you in another county, another area, man. We can hook up for coffee, lunch, or maybe even some treasure hunting or junking together, you know, something like that. So, but man, our main thing is we'd had quite a few. We're like, oh no, don't plan, because we got a lot of travel and adventure plans for ourselves. That's why we bought Yoda. That is why we're not, you know, doing the homesteading thing so much this year, the gardening so much.
Yeah, we had decided after last year's gardening that, because for, what, 5 years?
This is,
we have
6
been
years.
like, this time of the year we'd be getting, you know, our seeds and starts and really hitting it hard. And
putting a lot of time and effort into it this time of the year from now till spring.
Yeah, so at the end of last gardening season, we decided that this gardening season we were going to go really light and not push ourselves, so that we could. So that
we can try, you know, because that's, man, we're empty nesters, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting used to this stuff and this. You know, with Kevin, man, Kevin and Mackenzie are graduating from college this year, so we don't know for sure if he's coming back to, you know, back here to work in the net or for the Forest Service, or if he's going to go, you know, I think it's pretty much still up in the air. He's, you know, he's got apps out and all that kind of stuff, so we don't know where and wherever they end up, or wherever they end up, we're obviously... that will be road trips on our agenda. We have a couple of trips, Oregon trips planned, and maybe a Washington trip planned. Washington, man, we'll talk about that in just a second. And then, but mostly, right in Idaho, man. We plan on maybe dipping down into Wyoming, you know, when we get over, if we get over by the Yellowstone. You know, all our plans, everything, you know, in our life, man, is subject to change. You know, man, between, you know, any family things, money things, you know, anything. So everything can always change. I just don't want anybody you know, man, not that we don't want to see y'all, man. I think that's awesome. I'd love, you know, to meet up with, you know, I've met a few of the viewers and stuff in person over the years.
But it's really hard to say on the 23rd of June we will be
yeah,
here.
so I don't want, so that's the main thing, you know. So some of you, you know, if you're planning, once you get your trips planned and stuff like that, is, you know, email us and all that. And, you know, like I said, man, maybe we can meet up along the dang road somewhere and explore new things together even.
Yeah.
Because Oregon and all that. Then the Washington, what I wanted to talk about Washington real fast. And some of you Washington people, Washington State, I had heard, because we were going to go to the Mushroom Festival last year in Lady Hawk, and then somebody or something, maybe it was Kevin.
I was doing research on where we could go camp.
Because we're from Idaho, man. Dude, I pull off the side of a dirt road. Man, I'm home. You know, I'd set up my tent or whatever.
Yeah, and there were permits. It was saying that you had to get a permit to camp.
And even park on the side of the road.
Yeah, or even to pull off the road anywhere.
Yeah, and over there it's state forests, you know, not national.
I just got a little, I guess, frustrated and said we're not going.
Well, and then the final straw was that she had seen somewhere that Kai, our dog, that
they're not welcome.
Yeah, that they're not welcome. You can't even take them into the forests and stuff like this, man. And man, from the stuff, and I don't know if it's all true, man. So you guys that are from Washington, man, beautiful, you know.
Educate us.
You know, it's all the Pacific Northwest. It's the same, you know, except for you get closer over. We want to go to the rainforest and stuff up there, and you know, Olympia rainforest and all that. And like I said, those are state forests, not national forests. Because if it was national forests, I'd be like, because that's all of ours, you know. So that's just something that I'd heard. So I don't know the Washington, because we'd still like to go over to, man, I really would like, you know, going over to the Mushroom Festival. Man, that's a big deal with us, man. I'd like to go over, you know, and rub elbows with, man, last year it was, Mushroom Hunters that wrote the Mushroom Hunters. Michael,
Cook.
No, Michael Cook. That's from freaking American Idol or something. Cook. Michael Cook or, you're thinking about Langdon. That's what I'm talking. Not Michael Landon. Langdon Cook. Oh, you did have it. Langdon. Dude, we don't know about it. Telling you, Mary, we got cabin fever. We're delirious, and we really don't even know who we are.
So there's a book called The Mushroom Hunters by Langdon Cook.
Langdon Cook. Sorry, dude.
I'm glad I just let you carry on that all by yourself.
Well, because there is that one Cook guy that won American Idol that we like so much.
Yeah, when you threw that in, I'm like, where'd that go?
I don't know. That's what we're sorry, dude, man. I don't know what the heck. I'm telling you, we're delirious. Langdon Cook. But anyway, he was there speaking last year. And Kitty's done. And you live with this.
I know.
Sometimes I just go. But you did have it, but then I even confused you where you didn't think you did.
I'm like, yeah.
We're out of it, dude. But anyway, Langdon Cook, and there was actually, we'd bought a book that we were going to have signed, that one, I don't know if you ever finished reading that mushroom book, that gal. Remember we'd seen that, because we had the whole list. I haven't looked to see who the guests are this year. I haven't seen who the guest list is. But anyway, there's a big mushroom festival that we really, I mean, that was like our one thing that we wanted to do last year until we found out about, my dog goes everywhere, man. If my dog ain't welcome, then I ain't welcome, man. That's the way I look at that, you know. So
you go camping without a dog, that just kind of is.
Yeah, I mean, up here, man, I pay, you know, if we weren't, like, if we go up to, and stay in a motel up in northern Idaho, what is it, an extra $10 for my dog to sleep in the motel with me? I mean, yeah, it's like nothing, you know, in Idaho. And then Idaho, or, you know, I lived in Oregon for some time, man, I'll pull off. You can pull off and camp anywhere in Oregon, Idaho, Montana. You know, that's, you know, you're in the national forest, there's a dirt road, you just take it, man. You find yourself a pull-off.
Well, even like on the last road trip that we showed you going into Riggins, there's pull-offs, dirt pull-offs on the side of the highway. Yes, you can camp in those.
Yeah, yeah, that's, we'll have to actually point those out. You may see them on, I don't know if you can see them, and you can actually check out that video right here.
Sure.
It didn't get as much exposure because I ended up putting it on late that night, and then, you know, because I noticed that next video the next day, actually, the counts are about the same.
Okay.
And I think it was because it wasn't put on in the morning.
Try to remind me.
But anyway, in that video, and I don't know if I have any, because I try to get the nature. You know, Miss Kitty was actually filming out the window for a lot of that through the canyon. But there's porta potties, man. They put up porta potties because years ago they had a lot of problems. Obviously,
Yeah, you had a lot of fishermen.
yeah,
down
fishermen,
the
the salmon,
river
and still had fishermen and stuff. So they put up porta potties all the way down there, and trash, you know, different trash services and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, you can just pull over and park along the. You know, I mean, I don't. I'd go up in the hills and then come back too.
Yeah, unless you were doing serious.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I was there, man, we were there 100%. You know, but man, I like my dog to be able to run and stuff like that. Anyway, man, I always sidetracked. I'm still on the cook thing, man.
Yeah, that was
I better cut that part out. I look
we're
like
gonna
a fool.
we're gonna watch that a couple times.
The look on my face where I go.
Wait a sec, his name is late.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's our plan. So I mean, and we're talking as soon as we can get over Lolo. Well, Lolo and enough to be able to hike in, because I don't want to go up and over that until we can hike into Gus. Because Gus is the biggest, we've talked about it before, the biggest tamarack tree in the world. It's supposed to, you hike in, it's a mile hike in and stuff up the top of Lolo.
And I really wanted him.
Yeah, I mean, tamaracks, tamaracks are very, I want to meet him. How you doing?
Give him a hug.
Yeah, so we're definitely going up that, you know, in our hot spring and all that. And our plan, you know, as obvious as we'll go, because we'll still be selling on eBay, and we'll be scoring stuff, treasure hunting, all that. And going to juggle a few things, and depending on, you know, what sells, if it's with us, you know, if it's something that we list and it sells, and we don't have to, or Kate, because we got Katie, Joe to come over here, or Cara, to come over here and help us, you know, if it's like, you know, we need to get something shipped out. But for the most part, we're going to go out, then we'll come back in. We're going to make the our shipping and stuff handling time, you know, a little bit longer. So every, I don't know, probably every 3 days to a week or whatever, depending on what time of the week it is, or that we'll pop back in here and spend a day or 2 or 3, you know, do the things we want to do and stuff. Because we are going to do a little plant, you know, some tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers and stuff, but nothing, you know, that's why we haven't got no more turkeys or hogs. We're free, you know, we're empty nesters, man. We want, say, man, our goal now, and something that in the last comment too, and I don't know if you caught it, that they said that we could do is get us like one of them autograph books or whatever, and it's in every when we go, you know, if we do the post, because we're talking about stopping and taking pictures and or video in front of every post office in every town in Idaho, is having them postmark use their stamp from that and just have this deal, so you can do that. I don't know. You have to ask them. Yeah, I'll have to ask them down here. I don't know why they couldn't.
I don't know.
They were just postmarking the date and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was some idea that one of our viewers. I thought that was pretty cool. So we might do something like that. What else was I going to touch? Oh yeah, see, and then so we're going to do that in the spring and the summer, and then we were very, very appreciative and honored that we were asked or offered by Doug and Stacy off grid to come do their homestead conference that they do. And man, we were like excited, man, and stuff. And we're like, oh, we could do this, do that, and all that. Really wanting to go. You know, we were going to actually go and attend. He wanted me to bring some blacksmith and stuff and some knives and stuff like that. We're like, man, it's, you know, that'd be so awesome. And all that, you know, give me the dates so I can make sure that it doesn't interfere with my with our fish fences, you know, because our fish fences is like our little, you know, it's only a 2-month gig, but it's sometimes a little longer, but our, you know, it's a dream job. It's a job that we've wanted since we were kids, you know, to get paid to be in the woods. And he sends it, and it is the weekend before the fish fences start, and there's just we can't do it, you know.
And, I mean, we could, but then it would put us in a position where if we weren't here available.
But like last year with the fires,
I was going to say, if we're not here available and something,
they need us.
They need us, yeah.
And that was the one thing I told Doug is, man, there's just, because last year, you know, we went up and did things and stuff, you know, a week or two early because we had the big, you know, wildfires last year, you know, and who knows what's going to happen this year. So we ended up messing around with it a lot earlier on than man, and then we didn't even know if we were gonna, you know, even have it.
Yeah, and it's not like being there with Doug and Stacy, we can just get home overnight.
Yeah, that's all the way in the east. Yeah,
it was just Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. We were very honored to be offered to go. I'm really bummed that we just can't. But
one day we will.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I plan on doing it only if it's earlier. And then when they were in Oregon, and we wanted to go over there, and that's when the Lady Hawk was having mechanical stuff, so we couldn't go over there and stuff too. But so maybe sooner or later we're gonna all meet up, man. Sooner or later, and that's with all you guys. You know, I want to definitely, you know, if we can meet along the roads and all that. Would love to. I think that would be so fun. You know, Bob, like I said, Bob wants to fly into Boise and rent a U-Haul or a van so that he has something to sleep in just in case, and come park it out here, man. I was like, that'd be awesome, Bob. But I mean, that just depends on time things, you know. Which Bob, man, when I talked to him, we just talked to him on the phone yesterday, and with him, I'd just plan it because I'd throw Bob's butt right in the pickup and say, we're going to check fences, Bob. And he'd love every minute of it. So we'll just see how that kind of plays out. So basically from spring, I mean, as soon as we can get through this cold thing, this is supposed to be like 2 weeks, man. That we're supposed to, not as cold as it's supposed to get tonight, because it's supposed to really be cold tonight, but they're calling snow and all the next 2 weeks. And we already got the Miss Kitty's not feeling good today. Not really a virus, just a headache, cold. I think she's got the cabin fever.
Well, it could be this cold coming in on this third week.
Yeah, because I got to go out, man, chop some more wood. We got plenty on the property and stuff, but it's just work. And I say it every year. Next year I am going to start so early, I'm going to have so much wood, man. Because my goal, man, we'll try for it again this year. It hasn't happened yet, but I want 10 cords stacked up out here, stacked and split under dry.
The year next.
That's it, man. Just so, exactly. So that's we already got the money for the permit put away, everything, man. On March 15th when you can start cutting firewood, man, and we will be out that day. So that's where we'll be on March 15th. We'll be out chopping firewood, cutting firewood. Unless there's still snow. We can't get it.
May?
It's March 15th.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, okay, now you got the question. Maybe it's May. Okay, sorry, I lied. May, see? It can change within an instant around here, man. You never know. I don't know when the hell it is, man. Do you even need a permit? Yeah. Let's go get some now. Oh, Miss Kitty, I'm delirious.
I know you are.
I got the cabin fever.
I think you do.
So probably I tried to get her to leave today, but she told me I need to work on knives, and I will not leave this property, unless it was a major emergency, without having my wood crib. Yeah, my wood crib filled up, with a couple of days worth of wood. Just won't do it. So I'm getting ready to go out and do that now. What else were we going to talk about?
I think it was just we were going to talk about our 6-month plan, what we were doing in the next 6 months.
That's 6 months?
Pretty much.
Wow, sweet. Sounds fun. Let's get after it.
So there we go.
Well, we're just waiting. Like I said, man, as soon as this, we may end up taking maybe a drive to go out and film some stuff tomorrow. Because, man, after we do, somebody's asked me, don't you get cabin fever? Yes. Continuously. Mm-hmm. And tomorrow's supposed to be so cold that, I don't know, but the van's nice and toasty.
Yeah, but then you leave the cabin and the cabin.
Oh, yeah, but we wouldn't go I'm just talking about even if we just ended up taking a dang drive, down, maybe take a drive down and have some Chinese food.
Does that cure your cabin fever?
Yes, it does. Yeah, because I can go get me some Chinese, go to Harbor Freight just for the heck of it, hit a couple thrift stores, buy my wife something pretty. All right, I don't really feel like going to Ontario.
Okay.
But anyway, we might get out somewhere. Maybe we'll run up into the little town up here. Okay, man. Holy crap, it got all crazy in here. My dog went nuts. Somebody's at the door. We just wanted to get... One thing that we did just read in between, I'm hurrying up to get this video so I don't go over the time, is we just read a story about a gal in Mackey that went out to break up a dog fight. This is how tough we are in Idaho. Went out to break up a dog fight. She breaks up the dog fight, looks over like this, and realizes that she's got her hands on a mountain lion. Their dog was fighting with a mountain lion. So she held on to the mountain lion, got a few scratches, held on to the mountain lion until her husband came out and shot it. Don't mess with Idahoans.
Don't mess with your Idahoans dog.
That's right. Don't mess with Idaho women. So please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Helps keep the lights on, the home fires burning, and the videos coming, and the propane tanks full. And good Lord willing and the creeks don't rise.
We will be back again tomorrow.
See ya.